Hi, welcome to this channel. I'm Roberto Cabras, and from this moment on, I will take you into the world of nature from a completely new perspective. Thanks to the use of special cameras placed on the bodies of animals, we'll be able to observe the environment directly from their point of view, experiencing it in an immersive, up-close way like never before. We will explore together the world of four-legged animals, aquatic creatures, birds, and even insects, stepping into their paths, their movements, and the places they travel through every single day. Right here on AI Wildcam.
Welcome to AI Wildcam. Discover the wonders of the world through the eyes of animals. Thanks to cameras with front and rear views, we will take you on a unique journey through paths and places no human could reach. Experience nature as you've never seen it before.
For the first time, we are witnessing one of the most intense and dangerous territorial rituals in the wild, from a perspective that has never truly been experienced before. High above the valleys, where the air grows thin and the terrain becomes unforgiving, mountain goats live on the edge of survival. Every step they take is calculated. Every movement carries risk. One mistake can mean the difference between life and death. But today, we are not observing them from a distance. A camera, firmly mounted on the head of a mountain goat, allows us to enter their world, not as spectators, but as participants. We move as the animal moves. We see what it sees. We feel the instability of the terrain beneath us. This is not a peaceful journey through nature. What we are about to witness are territorial encounters, silent, instinct-driven confrontations where strength, balance, and dominance determine who controls the land. There are no warnings, no negotiations, only presence and pressure. Every rival we encounter represents a challenge. Every stare, a test of will. Every step forward, an unspoken decision to engage. And as we move deeper into this environment, one thing becomes clear. Out here, on these narrow ridges, there is no room to retreat. Image 1. Brown Goat, Sunny Ridge Encounter. As we advance along the narrow ridge, the path ahead reveals a solitary figure. A brown mountain goat stands directly in front of us, positioned with absolute precision on the rocky terrain. Its hooves are firmly planted, its body aligned with the slope, perfectly adapted to a landscape where balance is everything. There is no sudden movement, no attempt to flee. Instead, it watches. Its gaze is fixed directly toward us, unbroken and unwavering. This is not curiosity. This is awareness and intent. The ridge beneath us is barely wide enough for a single animal to pass. To the left, a steep drop disappears into the valley below. To the right, jagged rock walls rise sharply, offering no escape. This is a natural bottleneck, a place where encounters are unavoidable. For a brief moment, both animals remain still. No sound, no motion, only tension. In this silence, something deeper is happening. Each goat is assessing the other. Strength, posture, confidence. These are not random movements but instinctive calculations shaped by generations of survival. A slight shift of weight, a subtle adjustment of the head. Signals. The challenge has already begun, even before a single step forward is taken. Image 2. White rival goat, mirrored presence, cloudy sky. Further along the ridge, the environment changes. Clouds begin to gather overhead, diffusing the light and softening the landscape. The shadows fade, replaced by a muted, almost suspended atmosphere. And then, another figure appears. This time, the opponent is different. A white mountain goat stands ahead, its coat nearly identical to ours. For a moment, the scene feels almost surreal, as if we are facing a reflection rather than a rival. Same posture, same stillness, same presence, but this is no mirror. This is a confrontation between equals. Unlike the previous encounter, there is less visible aggression here. The energy is more controlled, more deliberate. Both animals remain grounded, conserving energy, avoiding unnecessary movement. This is not hesitation. This is strategy. The narrow ridge becomes even more significant now. There is no advantage of terrain, no imbalance to exploit. Only skill, timing, and decision-making will determine what happens next. A slight lowering of the head, a tightening of the stance. The tension builds, not through action, but through restraint. Who will move first? And more importantly, who will commit? Image 3. Dark brown goat. Rain begins. Environmental pressure. The atmosphere shifts once again. A light rain begins to fall, barely noticeable at first, but enough to change everything. The rock beneath our hooves becomes slick. Small pebbles loosen. The margin for error shrinks with every step. Ahead, another rival appears. A darker brown mountain goat stands firmly in place, its coat blending into the damp, textured rock around it. It feels heavier, more grounded, almost as if it is part of the mountain itself. Rain continues to fall, adding a new layer of difficulty to the encounter. Now, it is not just about dominance, it is about control. Every movement must be precise. Every shift in weight must be calculated. The risk is no longer just the opponent, but the environment itself. And yet, neither animal retreats. Despite the instability, despite the danger, both remain locked in position. Because in this world, yielding ground means losing territory, and losing territory can mean losing survival. Image 4. Gray goat. Rain intensifies pre-fight signals. The rain grows stronger. Water now runs along the rock surface, forming thin streams that cut across the narrow path. The sound of droplets hitting stone fills the air, creating a constant background of movement. Through this shifting environment, a gray mountain goat steps forward. Its coat, darkened by the rain, reflects the muted tones of the landscape. Its presence is calm, but focused. Then something changes. A subtle movement. The goat lowers its head slightly. Not enough to strike, but enough to signal intent. This is a universal language among mountain goats. A preparation phase. Muscles begin to engage. The neck aligns. The stance widens just enough to stabilize the body. This is no longer a passive encounter. This is escalation. Both animals now understand what is coming, and in this moment, time feels compressed. Everything narrows down to a single point: impact. Image 5. Black goat. Close range, maximum tension. Now there is almost no distance left between us and the rival. A black mountain goat stands directly ahead, so close that every detail becomes visible. The texture of its fur, the slight movement of its chest as it breathes, the intensity in its eyes. This is no longer observation, this is confrontation. At this range, reaction time disappears. There is no space to reposition, no room to retreat, no margin for hesitation. The ridge feels even narrower now. The drop on either side becomes more real, more immediate. The entire world seems to shrink down to this single interaction. Both animals are fully engaged. There is no distraction, no external awareness, only the opponent. A slight forward lean, a tightening of the neck, a shift in weight toward the front hooves. Everything is aligned for one purpose: the moment before impact. Image 6. Brown goat, golden hour, final build-up. As the sun begins to set, the landscape transforms. Warm golden light spreads across the ridge, casting long shadows and highlighting every contour of the rock. The environment becomes almost cinematic. but the tension remains unchanged. Ahead, a final rival stands. A brown mountain goat positioned at the peak of a narrow ridge, surrounded by open space on all sides. The drop below is immense, fading into the distant valleys and mountains. The light softens the scene, but not the stakes. This is the final build-up. Both animals remain still for a brief moment, framed by the fading light of the day. The silence returns, but this time, it feels heavier, more decisive, because now there is no uncertainty left. Both goats have committed. The distance between them is minimal, the tension is absolute, and in the next instant, everything will be released. Power, speed, force, a collision shaped by instinct and survival.
Thank you for watching this video until the end.
Your support is truly important and motivates us to keep creating increasingly immersive and engaging content. Your support helps the channel grow and allows these videos to reach more and more people passionate about nature, exploration, and immersive filming. We'll see you here in the next video. See you soon on AI Wildcam.